RV, number 2 and number 3. A third map, so appropriate to separate them as we look to find out who will be meeting Gambit in our grand finals. DreamHack Masters, 10th edition of DreamHack Masters. It's spring 2021.
All 5?
Going towards Heroic, and yep, straight down the gut. Simple's ready to receive. He'll hear this. And he will already dispatch of 1. Long-range fight does favor the P250, but they're just overrun. All of those brown on blue in the feed. Cadian lucky to have not gone down. He's happily pulled away just to try and keep a competitive round out of this. The early casualties are going to be very hard to overcome. He could try and catch off Electronic, and he has done. A big find from Cadian.
Hearing all this.
All of this app's funny business, and I think they aren't committing. They just wanted to draw Cadian back into the site. Bomb retreating. They are fully leaving the apartments.
Yeah, Shush has rotated over here as well with all this sound, and now he's actually having to rotate back on over. So nothing decided just yet. With a minute on the clock, Cadian continuing to push where he has heard those steps. He can call this clear. They know that nobody's home. Shush will be rotating over. He'll get there in time. And remember, Simple is still quite low. No smoke for... Oh, no, there is a smoke for spawn here on Boomich.
Perfect. Shush doesn't choose to fire a shot, but he is ready for that CT walk up. Okay, nearly absolutely screwed the pooch.
Bomb has been planted.
Now he has an opportunity. With Cadian arriving on Banana, some process of elimination can be done. Can expect 1 close coffins. And a predictable new box swing from Big. Oh, Shush isn't done. That's 3 from his USP. He may even finish the job. It's all Shush. And Heroic have got the talent. He demonstrates exactly that. They overcome a 2 versus 4 there, Chad.
Yeah, that's wild. They should really not be getting away with that, but just slowing it down. I cannot believe they were able to isolate every single one of those fights. You consider how this one kicks off. Simple, under the pump. Look at he's just trying to escape. This team come to the rescue, and this is where they just get peeled apart one at a time. Simple assuming all those steps they made over towards apartments was enough to completely bite on. Cadian, with that info, allowed Shush to already be on this B bomb site. Absolute nuisance. And a big pistol round for Heroic to pick on up here. Navi are going to respond immediately, though.
That's an AWP. Cadian pulls it out on round 2.
Thank you very much, Shush.
Yeah, all of his hard work, and all Simple's hero AK just gets shut down. That was the armored Kalashnikov gone. Eee. Bodes very well for Heroic's second round here.
Good man to pick it up. Perfecto has been looking very, very sharp throughout. Later stages of the nuke really coming alive. Mirage, he looked great. So back in his hands, Boomich has been chipped on down to about 40 HP here. And now that they know that the AWP is on the deck, the utility is low for Navi. They might just limp into this. They need to group up and try and overrun an area. And the reposition from Cadian, well, it's been known. It's been noted. And it might spur them towards A.
Yeah, look at Cadian though. He actually was walking down Banana with his scope. This is brazen stuff. You can't afford to lose any of those big guns. An M4 and an AWP brought out on round 2. Let the SMGs do any of that dirty work. It looks like he is, in fact. Stound's pushed it and will at least be spotted out.
Doors locked now. They have to go towards A, and this crossfire towards Pit between Refresh and Shush, it's a difficult one to get past.
Peeking over that smoke, the perfect opportunity. Does even turn the flash. Should be good for the frag. Perfecto's AK doesn't do too much, and nothing really to report there.
Well, it should be the Navi Eco here. No, I say that. Of course it's not going to be the Eco, Chad. Focus up. Look at Navi. Lots of cash. Even though they had the hero AK, even though it seemed like it was a force buy, it was just the partial. Perfecto into an AK. Electronic can do the same bit. He's looking good for it as well.
I'll tell you what, I don't think Simple was expecting an AWP.
No way in the world. Yeah, and it's a risk from Cadian to take that type of fight. So the stars really aligning there for Heroic, but here we go. We are getting into the gun rounds. Boomich on a CZ. Picking again is Cadian. Hyper aggressive, denied by the util. Oh, and you'd think they'd go for a closer nade with how much Perfecto's shown there, but it's deep and straight down the guts, down to 34.
I want to throw his AK to Boomich, yeah. Fair play. Fair trade.
The way Heroic is set up here, they will contest for top mid. The porch boost indicative of that. So that's the map territory they want to keep a hold of here. allows Tessus to start cheating on over towards the B bomb site. He'll be there in time.
Cadian versus Simple, round 2. Not to be. He's actually eloping. This is a chance. He does it the long route. They won't have that sound cue from Speedway, but still, they're just standing there. Just as it fades, they plan to go. They actually re-smoke on top. That's really diligent stuff from Heroic. They've got a good understanding as to what's coming. Anti-flash, both of them, and Down and Tessus, they come alive, nearly transferring into a third, but the bomb will be enabled to plant. And a 3 versus 2, a single-man advantage that won't necessarily get them far. There's still a lot of util on them. They've got double molly, a re-smoke available. If he was to drop a smoke banana, they are going to be running out of time. They've mollied it badly. Smoke the coffins. That's not going to cost them anything here. Bit's just going to drop his a little further forward. It is on the bomb, though. It's kind of done a bit of hard work for Heroic. Time really of the essence here. The kit's on Shush. The frags are coming in. The molly, unfortunately, extinguished. It has to be held. And Bit needs the transfer. Needs it now. The bullets aren't there. And his own smoke foils his plans. The underarm smoke. The molly could have denied it all.
Unlucky there for the rookie. You can see a bit flustered in that situation.
Yeah, well, it was a very late retake from Heroic. Up until the point where Heroic had 3 reading at the top, I thought Navi had that.
This was real chaos going in. It's like they were trying to body block as opposed to, go for the fight just there in front of the smoke, completely stopping Navi in their tracks. Get the bomb down, get another gun round out of this. It's another interesting looking buy. Tech 9 UMP and frustration starting to build there for Boomich.
Just a light Listerine face.
Yeah, not too happy with how that one unfolded, but they can recover.
Through the smoke, that's a risk. Stown's already done a good deal of damage to Boomich. Just on the edge of that smoke lies Down. Heroic looking very, very strong. Just always seem to have at least 2 to trifle with the first Navi contact. That's a big find from Simple. He has done it all. Flashbacks to Nuke. 2 heads in the same matter of seconds, and well, smoke's already up. The flashes are there. May as well just save what you can.
That was huge. The awareness there to be ready for Stown's little swing out. Great stuff.
Round winning.
Cannot argue with that. Gets himself an AWP. Boomich gets himself off the UMP.
Oh, lovely stuff.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better round here.
Well, I'll tell you what they could. They could ask for Heroic to lose all their rifles. Now, Bit's the only one that's giving me a slight glimmer of a hunt. It's very early days to be doing anything like that, but he is in the apartments. He's going to be slinking away instead. Okay.
Yeah, doesn't want to give up another AK here. More than happy just to hold on to what they have. And Navi almost felt like an essential round there. Things were going to start getting out of control for Heroic as far as the round count was looking. 4 would have been quickly 5. Plant denied.
And Simple just winning a round. There'll be a couple of those. So kick back, relax, and enjoy it while it happens. We'll get to see it from his POV, I'm sure. And round 5 just looming here. So on those logs, super tight line, and then is it just the reaction, tip of his head from that log elevation?
Yeah, caught him when he let go of the crouch key there. So just getting a little bit of a heads up, but Heroic back on in with a buy of their own. The saved rifles facilitating this. Cadian down to an MP9. Still looking strong, and definitely a round Heroic can win.
Down. He actually wants to unload his mag onto Perfecto, and he's dealt with it. Big find from Navi's support. A lot of flack onto Simple from that HE. Tessus not going to be Molotov'd out. Cadian wants to support him as best he can. It is only an MP9, though. That won't get him too far. Tessus. He wants to get out of trouble. They're hunting him down. The flashes exchange. Cadian trying to suppress. Keep his teammate in it, and they molly his exit. He can't escape. Elsewhere, Electronic deals with Refresh, and that's going to lead them towards the A site. They've got 1 to contend with, and his nade is great. A frag would be better. Shush stands, and he does deliver just the 1. Navi right back into the driving seat.
Perfecto has them contained to Banana here. Don't think he's aware that both players still residing over towards that B bomb site. Should be another save. have been able to upgrade Cadian's MP9 into an AK, so this is the best of a bad situation. And what we saw from Electronic up towards that arch side is similar scenes as what we saw just the other day. He was fantastic once they made it into overtime.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Navi.
Was it double OT against
It
Furia?
was, yeah, it was.
Enjoyed that matchup. We got the entertainment value out of Art and Co.
Always do.
Oh, what kind of little jump is that? Interesting stuff from Perfecto there, but makes it work. Some good finds from Electronic here. Essential trade, necessary business right there to secure that bomb site. Taking a look at Heroic's buy, Cadian could drop. Refresh can get into a rifle with Kevlar behind it, so if they want to, they can force the issue. And a timeout taken, Hunden back in the server, back on the mic.
First TAC timeout of this third map of our semi-final. Taking each other's map picks. Already a surprise. And while Inferno not going to be seeing that lead grow too quickly. It was a strong start from that pistol recovery. Don't forget, it was a, what, 2v4, 2v5?
Yeah, you feel like that should have been Navi.
Yeah.
They convert that, it's a whole different looking scoreline.
Well, precisely. And my point stands that Heroic have only, off the back of that crazy turnaround, converted the following two. Since then, it's been Navi. Will they buck this trend? They have managed to cobble together a buy here, Chad, and it's going to involve a little bit of CT aggression. Cadian gives us a taste of that kind of flavor. They want to boost over this. How promising is this for a boost?
Oof, noisy as well. Got to be careful with those sound cues around here. Immediately smoked back out of position. Very threatening towards the top of Banana already here.
Yeah, but this is all for naught. They don't have the bomb. They want to just try and pull as much util as they can. And just as they do pull that arch rotate out through scope, sound cues, and smoke, Electronic just leaps into middle. Another CT smoke. Navi, this is so damn convincing. Tessus is there, though. And he will deter. They're counting on Electronic here. He is the linchpin. He is the linchpin, and he's managed to worm his way towards the arch. Simple does, again, clip the wings of Cadian down to 10. Bit posted up on short as well. They've got such prime positions. Just waiting now for that long rotate. Simple's going to throw a smoke that will imply they're only just arriving. But Electronic is there and ready. Doesn't clear it. And Library shuts him down. It's down. With a big one. 20 seconds here. Navi running out of time. It's their worst enemy. Simple. Could be Heroics. It wasn't far off through the smoke. He's only got 14 seconds. He'd need to find them both on the site. He's going for the quick scope. And he just delivers that AWP. Okay, Heroic do return fire.
Okay, well, competitive affair still. There's going to be another buy coming out of Navi here. I love this back and forth nature we're getting. And so much space towards Banana, almost gifted. As soon as Boomich comes in, you can see he put his crosshair up high, expecting the boost box. Was not the case, and into the blender that is short. This is the nightmare. This is the place you don't want to find yourself in. Electronic as well, unawares of that library position coming into play.
Now they've got all the extra bits and bobs they could have desired for the CT buy.
Yeah, Cadian, he's just really trying to unravel this. Shush, though, he's pushing, super aggressive, has the chance for two. He's grabbed one.
He can operate under the assumption that he was boosting Electronic, and I think he is going to just steer clear of that bedroom position. Cadian could be caught by that walkout. Doesn't seem too concerned. And yeah, there it is. Electronic shuts down the AWP. So 2 aggressive maneuvers for either side. And both have worked out wonders.
Not so much a gamble stack here, but still a rotation from Heroic. More than happy to hedge over towards this A bomb site. Appears to be the right call. Still 50 seconds on the clock, so Navi can change their mind if new information is presented. Just smoked off towards Pit. Heavy presence here.
Okay, well, Electronic is a master at pit. Looks like Boomich has opened up the proceedings. A chance for Refresh. It's a small one. They'll catch him on the side. It's down the B player, and now a 1 versus 2 established. Perfecto to plant. He's coming in from our side. Yeah, he's thinking about it. You have to get up pretty damn early in the morning to catch Simple off guard, though, and he's already posted up for short, so his first contact will be with Perfecto if Simple isn't taking occasional peeks, which he is, and it's down. Very quick to react, and that will humble him. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Yep.
All right, well, it's like, I like the fishing analogy, right? Like, that's what they're doing on these retakes. They just come and just really just dipping in, seeing if anything bites, and even trying to find some damage on the way out there. Stown won't get anything done. Perfecto drops with the bomb. Simple does survive, and another round back for Navi here. This push from Shush, there was nothing behind this. It was the only player going for that aggressive maneuver, didn't have any backup. A big opening, immediately traded, and yeah, Simple onto the site here. As soon as Refresh is dealt with, bomb can go down, pressure relieved, and even a smile on Boomich's face.
His adjustments, yeah. Just mantling on that box, he was so quick to find the punish to that box player. Refresh just didn't get a chance, and we do see more USPs.
Do you think like Nuke or like Mirage with the USPs?
Good question. Good question.
I think it's probably going to be somewhere in the middle. It'll look a bit more competitive, right? You don't, not like Nuke, you don't have to do the 5-man stacks with the USPs, you can.
Yeah, and the flash from Shush could catch one. And it does catch one. Isolates the fight onto Electronic, and it does enable an AK to fall into enemy hands, and immediately you can see Cadian's reaction. Stown, Refresh, everyone charging towards that B side, loudly stampeding across the speedway. CT Smoke has arrived. The bomb's on its way late. The AK's there in the form of Cadian.
Bit might get caught here.
They're planning a boost. Yeah, a bit. We'll hear all of that. Perfecto did get caught out a little bit. Now Cadian's AK-47 has enabled another to fall. Bit does clear his corners. And that enables a very sketchy round to hopefully fall back into some degree of control. Refresh is pushing it though. He won't be ready for a Perfecto. And there, all's out well that ends well. Navi pull it back into contention 4-4.
Really could have gotten out of control there. Bit was in Boiler. As he's left Boiler, I'm just watching this on the minimap, the two of them just start passing him in halls. Those footsteps as we switched on over, that was the tell, and then Bit recovers the situation. Rough go of things there for Electronic, and lucky that they did stabilize in this scenario. But we are tied up, and the guns will come back out for the Danes. AWP for Cadian, MP9 for Tessus, rifles for the rest. It's a hard job for Perfecto and Banana here.
Yeah, and he's still just doing such good work. Down, gone. And Perfecto leaves with half health. I mean, they threw so many nades at him. He's probably going to be quite happy to report. He's alive, and he's even taken a scalp now towards A, and they are very quick about it. That smoke's only just bloomed. And it looks like Cadian's actually got a supportive flash for Refresh when he reports contact. But no one's home on the repeat. They are coming up short. They've pulled Refresh towards long, and now it falls to Shush. And Boomich has got nothing to say about that. 4 frags.
Someone else planned. I'm chasing. You see that?
That can't be what that was. The dude was even starting.
No, legit.
He was starting the plan.
Okay. Come on then, Simple. You're on the hunt. Just test us to find.
Yeah, and he's on the boost. I reckon Simple's probably got this one booked.
Oof.
Nope. They really want him. They really want him. Commits to the spray, does need to reload. He has the incendiary and will drop it in the perfect time. Tessa's trying desperately to hold on to his M4. He's getting hunted from 2 different angles. They're trying to distract him as Boomich comes from behind, and there you have it. Nice work from Navi.
Important, stripping that rifle out of their hands at the high end right now for the finances of Heroic. It's just 3K, and that's on Tessus. The low end is the 2.4. If they had that rifle, that's where it does get a bit sketchy going up against the partial investments. Now for Heroic, it will just be the pistols, but I love that. Starts playing, I'm out of here, boys. I'm chasing. Someone else get her down.
There is just a different set of rules in terms of comms and decisions you can make in a team when you are Simple.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he can.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that people out there don't like that mentality because, you know, you want him to be part of the team. He is a different animal. I don't care. He is so good.
It's like being on a team with Michael Jordan. You know, Michael Jordan says jump, you say how high.
Yeah. But the entries onto the site here, you can see the pathing, right, where they're focused on. So really downloading and focusing in the tendencies of Heroic here. Pulling refresh was perfect, just the way that they spread into the site. Every shot's a headshot. Great stuff, and another chance for Navi to get a freebie. It will just be the light pistols. It's just the P250 for refresh, USPs for the rest, and a flash again.
And the same setup, essentially. Flash is a bit further. They want to aggress mid.
They're not going to see anybody when they flash and pick this. Yeah, Cadian's just body cleared this. They haven't used the flash, and now they're just going to push on down past the site of Electronic.
They could just not make a peep. Boomich isn't looking. Boomich isn't looking. Cadian is screaming. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Now, they take the contact. 3 frags. Banana's open for business. Where's the bomb? It's loose on T-stairs. Can they answer that question themselves? That's what Shush is looking for. He's got down there and he screams, we've got the bomb, lads. We can do this. Another eco victory on the cards for this series. Tessa sees him behind enemy lines. That's a fight that Stown should win, and he does. Only Bit. Heroic. God, that was hype. Just slipping the net of Electronics App's hold. And now they have the bomb, and Bit has too much on his plate. Oh my goodness, okay. He's had a snack. And now a smoke to enable that bomb plant, or rather, retrieval. Plant step 2. Stown's there, and Bit's doing it all for Navi. Coming up clutch. He doesn't know where Shush is. Advancing on that smoke as it fades. Bit too hesitant here with his back turned. He could come up clutch, and Shush denies it. Heroic. Pick it up with the USPs.
Oh, no. You can't. They couldn't have played that any better considering the circumstances.
Let's see this again. Look at the fact that he calls, wait until all 3 of us have our crosshair on our head, and we click. We click fast. It's 3 frags. Round winning there. I'd love to have the team comms. That's one for the team comms. If we can have that after the break, you know, we'll come. Cool stuff. Just a gap in that smoke as well to ensure it.
We've seen so many of these rounds just throughout this series alone today. Absolutely mental. Oh, okay. Heroic. Afforded. Well, no, they don't want to afford it. They bought themselves. They earned themselves.
Honestly, I don't think that this was there was money exchange. This was a robbery.
Okay. Well, Navi.
Oh, they may not expect him. Only the one. Problems now. Double AWPs in play. If only he could find an equalizer. Cadian does. Bit falls. And so a real jostle for control now. The double AWPs are in play, but you have to get through them, and both have connected now. Stown sends Perfecto out. He surely wants to either boost his teammate or fall further back. Tessus is there. They are loudly advancing. And he peeks just as they smoke. Oh, Tessus, finishing it right there and then.
Timeout, I think, necessary for Navi here. Money being siphoned, and frustrations definitely starting to mount. Consider, let's just look at this map alone. The 2v4 on pistol they lost. Should have had that. Yeah. Full eco, right? P250 in a flash.
And I love the observing's been great today, by the way, Jakey. Shout out to you, because you saw Boomich actually consider it. Like, he considered it for a second, and then they probably were like, okay, smokes now. And he's like, oops, I'm responsible. It was, yeah, just a perfect storm.
But that's the thing, like, Electronic even just prior to that had a little peer back as well. Navi have gone for a partial investment here. Well, we've seen Navi win a bunch of these as well today, so nothing's out of the realms of possibility in this matchup.
Yeah, it's just who can hold on to it enough. Damn, it didn't even look like he flicked. That was quick. Oh, there's a second straight through the wall. Bit meets his maker. Why does it feel like he's getting another one? This time he's flashed off. Tessus is the one that will deliver it. And Electronic makes it all too easy, poking his head up above the smoke. It's funny that Cadian did actually retire that joke. Like, right now we'd be talking about, hey, you ever heard of that simple 1v5? It's dead, it's dead.
It could never do it again.
No.
He has been hitting some good shots here when he's just been left with the Deagle on his lonesome, right? The jiggles on every corner seems to be connecting.
Yeah, but the 3 players that are right here, ready for combat, a bit too much for him. 7 for Heroic. It's getting a bit scary now. Navi's mental state is certainly fragile, as Chad has highlighted, for some of the rounds they've had to concede. And that's just on this third. There's been a lot more of them in total. Recapping Stounzorp finds. It was Bit that fell straight through that half wall and that smoke.
Okay, Navi. Guns are back out. No AWP for Simple. Cadian brazen again, just loving these mid peaks, loving the pressure. He's just standing in the open, changing through his bloody nades.
He might even get Bit here. Oh, fully flash, but it doesn't matter. Cadian starting to find an ascent to a new level.
Rough death there for Bit. They did the right thing. They flashed the corner. What are you meant to do? What are you meant to do? They will smoke him off, so they caged him for a moment. Electronics flubbed his molly there. It isn't the end of the world. He's only copped a little bit of damage to it.
But can I say flustered when we're seeing scenes like that?
Well, yeah, a lot of pressure, right? We've had Shush push apartments on his lonesome. Cadian just strolled down mid in that fashion.
Yeah.
No wonder he's expecting some more aggression.
Well, apartments does seem to be the target of Navi's affection.
They had a rough time trying to break crossfires like this against Furia.
He's
another
flubbed
missed
his
nade.
nade, and Simple has to go out dry. They are into short, though, and this Refresh and Shush crossfire yet to reveal itself. It's Boomich with his back turned to fall first. Shush repositioning for the swing, and Shush doing it all. Partners up with Refresh. They both fall. And 30 seconds for these two to work it out. Cadian just hanging out in the off angle. He's pushed short by the pillar. Now you have to beat him, and you just can't. Cadian hyping his boys up. That's 3 frags from him. He opens and closes round 13. And Heroic steaming towards 10 rounds for this CT side. Look at Navi's buy. It is broken, as is morale. Ever since, I mean, I can pinpoint it. You know how we look to identify swing rounds, Chad? Yeah. And we struggle sometimes. We're mulling it over. Well, it could have been X, it could have been Y. I'll tell you wholeheartedly, I think I know that eco loss has continued to have ramifications into the Navi ranks here.
Rattled for sure.
Cadian once more, flashed off this time, won't choose to pull the trigger. He knows he's up against armored Tech 9s. Just one death, one silly death, one over double peak. Could result in a bomb down and an awkward retake.
Especially when he was the only man playing that A site for the first 20 seconds of the round. Here they come.
Oh dear, this has potential. Cadian wants to deny it, another swing. Nice find, Electronic puts him down. More fights, and they're going to connect some shots. Perfecto halves the health, Simple finishes the job. My God, so many frags. That's what happens when you throw a whole 5-man squad towards one position. The bomb lose and a 1v2 established.
This would be big for Bit. Had a couple of opportunities here today. Now the rookie only recently upgraded to the starting 5. Some impact right here, right now, would fire his team up.
Ugh. He'll take an M4.
What else has he picked up? A flash as well.
Yeah, 12 bullets. He looks to see if he could find a smoke, anything hiding in the bushes. Oh, he has just stepped over a smoke. The camera angle, you're such a nerd. Nice find. And it might lead to a bomb retrieval. Oh! Gave it everything he had. And he didn't even have to fire a bullet. I mean, yeah.
Jeez.
Close.
Another
no cigar.
One. Another tight one. Okay. Navi would love 6. Just considering the rounds that they have lost in this game, you'd feel that they probably were worth 6, and you can see, look at all the corpses everywhere. Through the smoke, can't see a single thing, and a bit of bowl in there from Tessus.
Wow.
Leg spin on that one, and here we go. Double ops out one more time for Heroic. AKs for Navi.
He's not going for another aggressive mid-fight. He's just flashed off the line this time a bit quicker.
Oh,
that's a lot of damage. Pause down. We'll have to opt for a passive line now. Heroic is so actively seeking mid-info, at least off the break.
CT util and exchange here for the top banana control and the boost over the half wall. That's the perfect response. It will keep the vision. Tessus, brave.
I think you can get away with throwing that safely. I think he just overextended a touch. It leads to his death. And they've already significantly hurts down, so this B site is just ripe for the picking. Dark smoke, Stoun's activated. He is low. If they just had a HE, they don't. But the flash works wonderfully. One ahead of the pack. I'm not sure if he's aware, actually. Perfecto's well ahead of the pack. Oh, God, he's actually behind him. Refresh hasn't got a clue. That's one way to entry frag. And now, well, that nade will look promising, but it's not going to finish the job. The bomb does go down. Bits nade's even better. Navi looking to round out this half with a necessary 6th. Third map, semi-final, and a competitive 6th round comes to a close. He's got the banana smoke. Simple and Boomich will have to make a decision as that lands, and that does push them forward into the line of sight of Shush. Nothing to report, just Cadian and his AWP, and he's gone too. Okay, 9-6. Impossible to determine, but it does seem like fate has smiled once and twice onto Heroic. 7 rounds away from a rematch with Gambit.
Et lille træ af F. Stod klar. Jeg er klar, ruller. Måske til mig.
Ja, den.
Ja! Hvorfor sagde den?
Sygt, Rasmus. Så er det sygt, mand. Kom nu.
Nej! Sygt, kom nu. Ikke nu, eller hvad? Nej.
Har han på nu?
Der er det! Bare lægger, René, penge. Sådan.
Some pretty angels who always threw something away. Could I be desperate, crazy, or is it that they never see things my way? Around the world keeps turning, waking up day after day, hoping to change my story, or maybe see things in a different way. Maybe if I took a chance and got out of my way, a different point of view would maybe change the day. Gonna find somebody who's gonna treat me right. I know they're out there. Yes, they're out there. I won't give up the fight. No, gonna find somebody who's gonna treat me right. I know they're out there. Yes, I do. I won't give up the fight. It's not on our pretty faces or something that's clever to say. I'm looking for someone special who speaks to my heart in a spiritual way. Gonna find somebody.
Hvad synes du?
Syg runde, mand! Kom nu! Ej, det er det helt ned over. Nej, det er helt tit over.
So I'll be doing my Duolingo, and that was well played, guys. Good job, nice job. That
Good
was,
stuff.
yeah,
Thumbs
no
up,
worries,
the
yeah.
Grand Pit, snap of approval. They got everything right there.
Yeah, and if you have just joined us, that's a quick taste of what you missed in that first half. Our third map, this is for all the marbles, for head-to-head with Gambit, to determine whether or not we are going to be having, Well, actually, it's guaranteed. We're having a new name for DreamHack Masters Trophy Lift, right?
Oh, okay. That is juicy in itself right there.
It is a guarantee at this point. Okay, so Heroics T on Inferno to be tested.
Let's see if they can pull off any more madness here today.
I think that break was important, Chad. I think Navi probably just needed to flush some water on their face.
They still got 6, right?
Exactly.
So we're in with a competitive half. It could have been better, but
It just petered out, though, is what I'm saying. I think Navi really lost their what's happening here. They're running straight into the Boomich CZ. It's a great weapon for the fight. He only has 1 to show for it. And now Electronic, desperate for some vision. It's been denied. And now they fade to black as Tessus takes him out. Caden's already set up to fend off the rotate of Perfecto. He has no answers as to where they're going, and he will have to assume Library's a possibility. Oh, he's stalking his prey. There's nothing left. What a quick one. Perfecto keeps it competitive after all. Simple is over the smoke. You'll be able to punish here.
This is wild.
This is such an advantageous position.
This is
You get
wild.
to send right behind them, and he does strike. 2 headshots! Navi, what a turnaround. It's down booked. And that is something special. Starts with Perfecto, ends with Simple, and they are cool as can be. Easy in the chat, Navi. Snatch 7.
What a wild way to get back into a round. The Perfecto flick, like, Cadian has him dead to rights. And the Cadian's timing has been impeccable throughout. And Perfecto pulls this madness off. Watch this.
He literally was just looking. That's the first glance he had. His brain was just considering the possibility.
And the only play from Simple there that could open up both of those angles.
As the smoke comes down on short is to be immediately above it. What?
Jeez Louise. Okay, okay.
I need to stop giggling so much. It's too much
this
fun.
series today it's had everything.
It has. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have enjoyed it as much as we have just shouting about it. Now,
some of these eco victories, dude, I don't think I've seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Throughout this series, just in Mirage and now here on Inferno, some of these rounds.
there's some smug Valve dev who's got this on his second screen like, I told you it would work.
You can use every weapon.
You can use every weapon now. You're in my world now. Tessus is up mid. He knows there's a second. He's surely dead. Yeah, simple. Not going to waste any time in responding. Now the bomb back towards the T-stairs, as we've seen many times. Okay, Cadian. He's been to the blacksmith, come out with a very sharp AK. And now Perfecto, he's strong, very strong at the back of this site, but he seems like he's found and met his match in the ever dynamics down. Just through movement alone, he exhausts his mag. Simple's close for the frag, but Cadian's found it blind, straight into the smoke.
Now it has to be the electronic save.
Can we talk about the fact that Refresh is still like watching his push?
Yeah,
like,
just chilling at T-stairs.
Yeah, look.
He has the bomb.
He's worried about that T-spawn push.
Well, electronic's coming.
Yeah, well, if you wait long enough, Refresh, dude, it might happen. Does he want Daddy Cadian to come and walk him to the site?
Wait a second.
Fresh.
How long?
You might have heard that if you waited a second longer. Okay.
If that was 2 to 3 seconds more, that's electronic right there. Right on top of that scooter position.
We told you they were thorough.
Like, this is the thing. There's now only 12 seconds left and the bomb is finally getting planted. Okay, well.
How's your day going anyway?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah?
Some thrilling Counter-Strike today. Jesus.
It is funny when I don't have a mouse and keyboard really in my hands at any point, but I still get that adrenaline rush when I'm watching this sometimes. My heart quickens in pace.
Really good stuff today. Both of these teams really turning up. And Gambit, I'm sure they're just sitting by and loving the length of this, right? The more that these two teams are going toe-to-toe.
Can we take a moment, though, for this third map, semi-final, to take a note of the scoreboard right now? Everyone loves laughing in hindsight and saying, lol, where was Navi? Oh, simple carry show. I mean, it hasn't been this for the first 2 maps.
No, look, he's definitely had support, right? We've had massive showings out of Perfecto. When we look back at Nuke that just was, there was a lot of individuals showing up for Navi. We had clutches from Boomich. We've had some great calling. It's looked like a team.
It has.
And I think that is the thing that Navi have been lacking. And there's always these little blips, right? We always have these little blips. We're like, okay, we have some hope. And this right here, they're extending it.
Well, that Navi pistol, short-lived success after Perfecto's brilliant funny business. And it was Cadian who just decided B was his. Now, they are catching a lot of nade damage, and they aren't going to be deterred. Look at these sprightly MAC-10 Gazelles leaping straight into the site. It's time for Electronic to do some damage, and damage he's done. Another through the smoke, and it's over. Chad, Counter-Strike feels different today.
Yeah, when these two teams are playing, for whatever reason, especially these heroic T sides, they are doing it old school, right? The Counter-Strike that you guys have been watching at the upper echelons in recent times, especially since the CIS takeover, has been, let's just go with slow. That's probably the best way to look at things, but this is just heroic going rush B. That is just a rush B call.
And you can't throw a rush B at the Russians.
Hey, there we go. We've come full circle. Heroic are back with a buy again. They are relentless in these purchases. AK's back out, Galils, Deagles.
Sometimes it does feel like a game of chicken, not the
Actual chicken
animal
we just
saw. Yeah, did look like a Freudian slip, but no. Just playing chicken, just pedal to the metal, both of them driving towards each other. See who's going to veer off into the side first.
Okay, well, they've taken the pace out of this one, and for good reason. Don't want to get stopped by the Navi util.
Right, well,
yet
taking
again.
a water break.
Bit of util towards the top banana here, so just clearing on out Boomich's home. Perfecto standing and waiting passively towards spawn with a flash ready. And a dink onto Stown. We'll keep him at notice for another peek. He might want to trade that one across to Tessus now that his HP's taken a bit of a dive. But regathering top mid, Molly over towards Trash. They clear that one out. We can see nobody close towards the porch position. If this isn't explode on towards the A site, Bit and Electronic are about to be tested.
Simple actually throwing out an arch side flash and then dipping into library, which he has been smoked off on. The nade looks destined for greatness. It doesn't do too much. Just a touch of damage done to Simple, brought down to just 20. They are all on the other side of that smoke. And Perfecto, that smoke's going to incite him forwards. He wants to punish here, and he's in a good position to do so. Oh, Navi closing this gap instantaneously. Refresh trying to come up clutch. It's just not going to happen, and that gap we discussed is fading rapidly.
Oof, we might catch this one on the replay there, but I think Shush's shot in towards Pit on Electronic must have been huge because he was playing under the balcony and they've just wrapped Archer. He went down straight away, but you're right, that push out, the sandwich there on the arch side, it doesn't usually go that way, right? You normally see them flooding on through. Here it is. Oh, okay. That's a huge find.
And just as they're celebrating that, Navi combined for 4 very, very quick frags.
Okay, well, Heroic will be humbled and down to these pistols. It will only be P250s to boast about. But I'm not even going to think this one's done.
Maybe we just say nothing.
Yeah, maybe we just wait and see what happens. No point calling these rounds anymore.
Yeah.
I can't remember a time in just one series where so many of these rounds, and it's not even through huge misplays.
Yeah, because we saw them in that G2 Astralis game, but
that was rubbish.
Yeah, but it didn't feel like these ones, where it's been a very different kettle of fish. They have a smoke for CT, Chad. You know, I see a bomb plant. A bomb plant's coming. Hector and Boomich seem to disagree. Nope, there it goes. Wow. Well played by Heroic.
Yeah, both teams are happy with this outcome. Navi get the round. They don't lose any players. Heroic get what they came looking for. The plan, that extra cash injection will now facilitate a buy for everybody from the Danish side. And Navi can't, because nobody died there. It might not be high on their agenda. Simple is a fantastic rifler as well, but they can't get out that CT-sided AWP just yet. Boosted on up. Lovely elevated position over the smoke, and just used transitionally. That position has become, well, it's like fashion, right? It's back in fashion. Electronic only has a smoke. He didn't invest into any utility behind that. This is interesting. I can't tell you why. Maybe something aggressive here.
What's he up to? Look at Cadian just hunting straight into A. There's stop molly for short, slowing him down. Refresh has dealt with Electronic's aggression. Tessus has joined Cadian up mid. They've taken so much of the map so early. Look at this. Dual Bit is taking at 1 minute 25. Cool your jets. Boomich has been forced into the rotate. The entire Navi squad is here. Perfecto's even on his way as well.
It's the right gamble.
Refresh can play around that lurk smoke. Simple's aware of it. Wants to clear short for his squad. And he does just get the one. Looking good now for the Danes. Boomich needs to deliver another. Stown denies the opportunity. Ooh, Perfecto might go off the back of the nade, you know. They've delayed the plant. As they re-smoke, he has to weigh up his options. He wants to walk through it. Refresh is holding that. You can't. You won't get away with that. But cutting noise just long enough to perhaps be coming through the apartments, be coming through short. He wants to sow some seeds of doubt for the remaining two.
Plenty of residual cash here. Wouldn't be a bad attempt for Perfecto to go for this.
Dude, even the smoke kit late, like, just really milk it. Oh, you know, there is a gap. Here is the gap. Down, right in front of him, right in front of him. He couldn't, what's the word? What's the word? Distinguish between the bodies and the real one. There was two corpses right next to Stown. I think he just assumed the third was there as well.
Okay, well, the money is there, and immediately Simple will get that CT side at AWP out. I'm not sure if it would have helped them in that round with just the pace we saw, but Navi, they have a plan, or at least they're working on one. First timeout being called here. Things really, you consider the rounds that Heroic snatched away in that first half through brilliance. We're still so tight in this matchup. It's anybody's game. Getting the coach view right here, Hunden and Blade chiming on in with these 30 seconds. Time has expired. I'm getting this one underway. Boomage is yet to buy, and same for Bit. They do have cash for this, so there's no dramas. It's just probably deciding exactly what utility pieces they require.
And so we begin round 22. These two have been inseparable for the majority of this best of three. It's usually about this break point where one of the two pulls ahead. Let's see if Cadian's going to play a part in the demise or the success of Heroic. Aggressive up Banana, hiding in the smoke. Tessa's taking apps early, and looks like that mid-smoke will enable Simple to post up. I think he's not too interested in being in front of that execution smoke. Heroic do a great job of taking early mid-control. Like, they don't have to use too much to have Tessa's taking fights like that.
Yeah, they get that arch smoke up very, very early. There's pressure they can apply here, even with that mid-smoke down. Now it fades. With Simple over towards the B side, a lot of pressure now falling onto these A defenders of Bit and Electronic. And, well, we know what Electronic can do from that pit position. Looks like he won't be tested here as rejigging the setup. Heroic back towards Banana. Smoke landing on out towards the front of site.
Oh, Simple spots you and you can't jiggle Simple. Third time he pulls the trigger. And with 30 seconds left, dude, they're trying to can it.
Wait, are they going back? They are.
Okay, and Boomage is on his way. Give it everything she's got. Simple will be blind. That's a chance. A little bit of space, a flash for the contact. So much chaos in the next 13 seconds. Here we have it. Looks great for Navi. Rubbish for Refresh. He doesn't get a chance to pull the trigger. Simple does, and we do tie things right back up. 11-11. It's time to make a wish.
What curveball is going to come out of Heroic here, right? There's not a lot of cash to work with, but every time I think that, we always just see an AK and then a couple of kills off the back of it. There's Cadian's death, and it looks way too easy. But they didn't have a lot of util left after they started their walk up Banana. This will be the third timeout taken from the Heroic camp. And with the scoreline tied up, the loss bonus right now, they're looking at 2,400 into the next round. That will be enough for everybody to guarantee a bye.
Okay.
Cadian's bought into full nades. So, look, if they do pistol upgrade, they can afford it. They always seem to have a plan for these rounds. I remember when we were talking about Heroic, even when they had Borup and Nico in the mix, and I think the same thing can be said for Gambit. Whatever their buy looks like, they can always get the most out of it. It's very rare to see them get completely shut on down unless they go for one of those Hail Mary B rushes like we got a little bit earlier in the piece.
Yeah, light smattering of Kevlar as well, should anything go to plan. 3 up ult mid, quick.
They're making no secret of the Glocks either. Note how much spamming you're hearing of that. Maybe hoping to lull cocky Navi members into a duel or two.
This is his util. Perfectly timed incendiary from Simple, just as his smoke starts to fade. Replaces it with flame. Now long smoked. Ooh. 2 smokes up, and they're coming straight into Bit. That was the catch they needed. Tessus has provided it. Now the long gap. They can stampede straight towards CT here, and Perfecto's going to be faced with a lot of frags. It's all 3 from Perfecto, so no issues there. And that was the bomb. So Caden can just go ahead and have a walk around with his M4 and see if anybody wants to give him a bit of a fight. Simple staring at him. Don't fancy his chances here. All too easy for Simple. 26 frags and counting. And keeping track of Navi's frags as well. Perfecto has chased him all the way up the scoreboard to join again. Looks like it's going to be one of the highest fragging totals we've seen from Perfecto in some time from a series like this.
Yeah, good stuff from Perfecto, showing up in the semi-finals in a big way. And just to talk through the thought process of this eco round, that smoke that landed on the balcony is indicative of a halls pop. So Simple will leave Archside to back up in case of the halls pop. Electronic drop back a little bit as well. And that's how they were able to pip the gap through to CT, is really just playing on the idea of, well, it is an eco. They've given us the Glock signal, and that's one of the most standard plays as down charges into Banana here, avoids the majority of that damage, and Simple might even swing on this late.
Not when he's the solo A defender, though. That's too much responsibility for one man to take aggressive peeks, especially at the 3rd map of a semi-final. Smokes on the half wall. Buys another 30 seconds or so. Don't have to drop too much just yet.
Cavalry has arrived on the A sites. The rotations come back over. Bits in library, Electronics in sight, and now they can fortify the A defense. But meanwhile, Banana's still being worked on, and Perfecto and Boomich are both playing in the site. Setting up nades again. They're respecting the util. There is a gap in this. Heroic look very committed to this B execute.
Boomich. His dismount was heard. Nade perfectly timed from Perfecto, just softening him up. They dumped the incendiary.
Oh.
Looks like damage has continued to be inflicted through that coffins, and they've smoked it off nicely. Boomich on the flash.
What is this?
What is the damage off the back of that? Heroic, they're being chipped away at. Look at their health. Shadows of their former self. Bit with a quick switch does respond just with the remaining bullets. Now the bomb can go down. This does not favor Heroic, despite the bomb ticking now ever in their favor. They are lining up for a full re-execution into the site. Electronics got a full util set to dump. Boomich, the ever effervescent with that MP9. And what's the go sign? Well, the loss of Simple's something. Tessus is going to have to spring to action. He's not ready for Electronic, though. Just perfect from Navi. That will be 13. And now 3 rounds away from a domestic derby of Navi Gambit.
Oh, that was miraculous how much damage they did just through that top banana smoke. I could not believe either. They both realized neither of us have site control. We have no idea what's coming. We need some information. And just bounding through this smoke over towards coffins, right? Just for that early biff. They get on in, they play the retake with a number advantage. Luckily, Bit is able to reposition and get that shot, but jeez.
Yeah, but there's a new adaptation to a lot of these plays where players will have one completely out of the round, just playing for the element of surprise. And Electronic, you could see, like, during that chaos, as they have 3 men charging through construction, that's when they're going to be oversights. And that's when you, as a player who's just been dumping util and biding your time, can strike.
Bit of a safety net scenario there, right?
Oh, that's exactly what you'd call it. That is exactly what you'd call it.
Now, Heroic, bit of face palming going on, and
tensions are going to be running high, dude.
They've bought, right? They have bought into this. It's Galil's, 1 AK, a MAC-10 and a Deagle. Now, they've won with less, but Navi starting to lock this one down. He wouldn't, would he?
He never does.
Kind of egging him on to go for it, aren't we?
I don't know what's led to this, but Gambit, God, what's wrong with my brain today?
You're getting already to the grand final, mate, I understand.
Navi have sent 4 towards A early. Now, whether or not they push for info off the back of this, or they're just going to leave poor Perfecto jiggling with a smoke, they're just going to run at them. Molly, great. That will slow them down. It doesn't seem to have stopped down as he is just rampaging straight in. Perfecto needed both just to have a chance. Now the 4-man Navi banana retake. This is another wild ride. Strap in, because Heroic, their investment is paying off. Cadian looking to take first contact. They haven't planted yet. Now it's potentially going to be contested, lads. Jeez Louise. Okay. They're not expecting so many from Banana. It's only Cadian holding on to this. Nade is great. Util dump. Cadian just has one head straight in the vice. He is going to get traded out. Shush does have a molly to stop the defuse. If he can just survive, he can get it set up. Electronics on it. If you could just drop the molly, perfect. Force him off the bomb. Time-sensitive mission now. They desperately need the frags. They've got it, and I think they've got time. Who can stop it? It's Shush again. Simple staring at the smoke. You better line it up. Oh, God, it's close. Simple missed his shot. Shush had a chance. The bullets just don't find their mark, and Navi leave with 14. Oh, it could have been so different. So many quick exchanges there. The fact that Simple missed his shot, he could have been punching himself, I assume. So let's watch this one again from the bird's eye view, because they get these frags real quick. Must have, yeah, you can see that blue line.
Jumping at him.
Just 14 HP, dog, damn.
4K, that hasn't broken Heroic's finances. They're going again. The AKs are back out. Simple getting aggressive now. Flashed off the line immediately. Heroic know what's up. Molly's to slow down this boiler ascent, and Navi looking good. I cannot believe they had a 4-man banana retake.
Pulled it off.
The thing is, they had so much util, I thought they were going to set up for an execute of their own, but they just limped on in and made it work. And Heroic, they've tried this B execute. They've really wanted to test the likes of Perfecto and Boomich, and, well, they pass as a team here, Navi. Only 2 more rounds.
Simple. With exactly that. Pulls the trigger as the screen goes white, and now Heroic falling flat at the final hurdle. Refresh, trying to change our minds, does catch the start of the Navi show. No more frags for Simple here, kept honest as he concedes his 14th death. Cadian taking long. Boomich has responded, and he just presents himself full wide swing. Another frag. Heroic overcoming this man disadvantage now, an advantage of their own. Perfecto's got a lot to do, but he has been such a hero for Navi. A single incendiary, flashed and pushed. Oh, he still gets him! No! Disaster for Heroic. They can save it. 20 seconds. It's again from Banana. And Stown, he hears it. He does delete Electronic. Just dips away. He may have spotted him on the repeat. The incendiary implies he does. Bit to secure it. Finish what Perfecto started. It's all the way down to the 1v1. An intense affair all over the shop. I thought Perfecto might have done enough there.
That was huge. The lineup, that was perfect for him. Could not have been offered a better opportunity. Look at this. Nades out, lining up, the double kill.
Bomb delivered as well.
Oh, and then just Electronic as he's running up Banana. Just caught off by Stown, a huge kill to find, and then biffing. Staying in this one, Heroic with their 12th.
They needed that. Just to state the obvious in case it hasn't been said enough, that was a compulsory round.
Look out, look at the 4-spy win. These rounds are so few and far between. That tells a great story here of Navi's CT side.
It does, yeah. Testament to the power. I mean, you know what you were describing earlier, Perfecto and Boomich. When playing against Navi, that is a tasty morsel in terms of a sight to hit. I can understand Heroic's penchant for B. I mean, it makes sense.
It's shown a lot of weakness in the past, right? It has been a problem for Navi.
But Perfecto, credit where credit is due, is a real nuisance on this B site.
There's so many different looks out of them in the way that they're approaching this. This isn't just the same standard boost that they're doing. They're showing so much
variety.
Yeah, that's the perfect word for this. And Navi, look, going in with a buy like this, the money was there, but you can see it's not perfect. MP9 and the Famous for the likes of Boomich and Bit, respectively. Simple has his big green. If Heroic just continue to pepper this B bomb side, they will have the advantage.
He's having a look. Gap in the smoke. Set up for success, but there's the flash. There's the frag. Cadian knocks Simple on his ass. A big start. And now they want to take back control of the apartments. We haven't seen much action on A, you know. Perhaps getting a little lazy. in the very late stages of this best of three. Electronic definitely ready. It's a powerful off angle. They're going to be focused on so many places, not this, as he crouches and unloads his mag. Can't finish the job, does tuck in. Bit and Boomich desperate to support. Boomich with one long range. Contact all over the place. Cadian trying to save the day. There's one very close in the smoke. I don't think he's ready. Boomich will strike. They're low. And the bomb's on the way towards B. Stown's completely cleared it out, even taking CT. Oh, they're not ready for this.
No way in the world.
Knives are out. Stown can strike. He can win it right here. Needs clean kills. Does find the first Electronic at 5. It's just not good enough. He can't make anything out of 5 HP. And Stown confirms our suspicions. Heroic will put a 13th on the board. This is going to go all the rounds of regulation.
It needs to. Navi, they had 1,900 as their loss bonus coming into this round. Bottom of the barrel, bin juice as far as their economy is concerned. You can see it for yourself. Nothing to work with here in terms of an investment. They need to be light with how much they do buy into with this one. Oh, dearie me, this is not the place you want to find yourself on the CT side late. Economy broken. They will buy next round, but look, Electronic with 2,400 coming in with the plus 1,900 he has right now. Boomich, same situation. Their buy to contest against Heroic getting to 15 first is going to look miserable.
Oh, Refresh has just spotted a lot with the strafe jump. Tessus, long range bursts, and he is going to lose out to the USPs. It can't get worse than this.
Uh-oh.
It's getting worse. They're stacking towards the B site. Heroic is scrambling. You can see just that little extra pep in Navi's step. Now, Electronic and Simple connecting. It's put that long range Mac 10 and Cadian down, and dead to rights.
If they push through Banana here, they might be able to grab these weapons. It's just down to Simple about staying alive in this pit position. It all comes down to timing here for Navi.
But this works out perfectly. It's simple. They have to get through. How deep will their clears be? Or will they just be under the assumption they've avoided contact? Oh, Simple ruins their day. And Navi's 15th. It was supposed to be with weapons. They've done it with pistols. Stown can try and change our minds, but he'd have to do a brilliant three-man spray down. He's faffing around with a fake, and there's 3 Navi members around the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, Navi, that's a robbery of their own. Stealing away 15 right from under Heroic's nose. They did all the hard work in the prior. Now 15's been found. We've got series point, 2 of them, in favor of Navi.
Look at this. He's hit 30 again, hasn't he? This animal, this absolute animal.
Freak of nature.
Oh dear, and it almost lined up for Stown in the sense they're all coming from the same position. That spray you were talking about, it could have happened. There was a real world, and Simple on that jump peak has spotted this ascent up middle quickly here. Shush is ahead of it.
Oh God, through the flames. They really were testing their limits on such a crucial round. Anyone's misstep could cost them this. A semi-final, your whole evening. You're burning the midnight oil at this point. All you want is to have a W in the column, to have a game booked for tomorrow. Navi now within touching distance of it, courtesy of another nonsense Deagle USP win. Heroic have had their fair share, as of Navi, throughout this series. Let's see how it, or if it, ends. They're walking into the 3-man setup. Got a lot of contact, and so Simple was faffing around with his nades. It did give a little bit of space, but Electronic hits the shots. He's hit more than just the shot. It's Simple with another. Cadian would need Bit as well. Playing for the retake, and it's smart. Cadian's going hunting for this frag. He desperately wants it. A deep Molotov to enable a safe plant. Cadian's walking up on this library player. Loudly, Boomich has made a step. Cadian aware of the possibility. Short the responsibility of Shush. That CT smoke might give him something to play around. If he could just find Boomich now, which he has. He unloads his mag on the cross, plays safe for time. Shush cowering in fear. His life is so important. And he's, caught a glimpse of one. Now to Perfecto, it's not a great plant, and he's holding it.
He's sitting it.
Yeah, and Cadian's not checking it. This is it, 5 seconds, and it fades to black for Heroic. Navi take it. We get the domestic derby. And my God, I'm sure Russia's going to be very busy about 4 p.m. because it is going to be Navi versus